Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
On play action, now Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Lozano. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
Rodgers now on first down.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar?
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Another sack in the Josh Sweat total. Even after he surprised many for the Pro Bowl season 2021, I'm still not sure how many people knew that much about him entering that campaign. They certainly do now, after he built upon that prior season with a career-high 11 sacks in 2022.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw, it's Rodgers.
He finds Wilson.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
In motion right, that's Wilson.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial, make your choice. But right now, you like what you're doing in this possession.
snap comes at 1. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Now Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Motion man left is Lazard.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. On the return comes Cobb. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Rodgers going to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on third down. Throwing now is Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
Rodgers wants to change the look.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Jets at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now it's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And again, it's Rodgers. Gonna look deep for Wilson.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A great return there of 22 yards.
And the Jets will take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Here's Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On play action, Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Allen Lazard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This 2nd and 4.
Throwing is Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it looked like it marched to the end zone as in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 29 yards.
And the Eagles are back within a score.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and Ray said going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Now
after the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-power offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Rodgers. It's brought in by Wilson. And he'll be out right at the 35. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So here's a 3rd and 14. Now Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, Now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
If Goddard doesn't miss 5 games last year, there's a good chance he gives Philly a third 1,000-yard receiver. Just getting better and better, now entering his 6th season.
On first down, Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
All the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Second and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Well, he's a diminutive receiver, Charles. Not a ton of size, but still able to bring that in against double coverage.
I think that's a great job by him. of understanding angles, because you mentioned his size. He's not going to go over the top of someone or body someone out of the way. He's got to make sure he creates enough space for himself by getting people into the wrong spot on defense, moving them with his body, and then showing his numbers to the quarterback to be open.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith.
And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense. And that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Motion man left is Lazard.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Rodgers to throw once more. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Rodgers now on first down. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets have retaken a third-quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 for the gain of 7. And quickly they get to the line.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down.
So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Hey, you block over here. Hey,
Throwing is Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Motion man left is Lazard.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hurts.
And that is incomplete. When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
This is Smith with the ground. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. This defense knows that all too well.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 18-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
In motion left goes Smith.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's complete to Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down.
They go for it on 4th and 2, and it's a gain of 6.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Smith catches left side. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation. This is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Well, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming, 4th and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down, Eagles.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Here's Swift.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively